that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, another special Kickstarter review. And today I'm very excited to check out Housing Crisis from Rack and Pion Games. This is for 2 players, ages, I'd say about 9 and up. It'll take you about 5 to 10 minutes to play. And in Housing Crisis, you're going to be taking control of a city and putting people into houses all around the board, trying to maximize your points and gain the most points at the end of the game. Sound intriguing? Let's open up and see how it works.
Alright, so we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Housing Crisis. Now, as I always like to mention, this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so the copy that gets to you very well may look different. First and foremost, we have a handy-dandy rule sheet. It's 2 pages, double-sided full color, or 1 page, I should say, double-sided full color. Fantastic. I mean, it's got tons of pictures and examples. This entire bit is just an example game. Very, very well done rule booklet. Big thumbs up. Next, you're going to get your little board, which is going to be representing your city. And in this game, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be laying down these tiles, which are going to represent people moving into houses. And you're going to be trying to get the most points by positioning your people into various different spots. So, for instance, you want to try and reach or be less than these numbers right here. You do not want to go underneath them, but that'll make more sense in a second. And the plots are divided up, as you can see, by the different colors. There's a 3, there's a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2, a 1, a 3, and the big bad 4 at the apartment, and obviously that one's going to be worth more points. This is a game where you're going to be keeping score as you go, and I forgot to mention that in the cons. That's going to be something that going to bug some people, that there's no other way to keep score, but for me it's not personally a big deal. So, we got our board. Next, we're going to get these little pieces right here, and you are going to get 10 of these pieces, and there's 20 spots on the board. So you're going to have 10 for each side. So each spot is going to be completely filled up on the board, and you're going to get 3 1s. You're going to get 3 2s, 2 3s, a 4, and a 5. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take yours and put them over on your side like so, and then you're going to put them face down so you can't see them. You're going to mix them up, and then we're going to start the game, and you're going to draw 2 of your tiles randomly. So we'll just go over here and mix them up, and for us, we got a 1 and we got a 2. Now this is very, very secret information. You do not want to let your opponent know what you have, because that could really, they could really use that against you. So we got a 1 and a 2, not a terrible start, not a bad start. And we're going to say, you know what, we're just going to go over here on the number 8 right there. So boom, we went on the number 8. So now there's 1 on the number 8. So next, we're going to draw back up to 2 tiles. So we'll take this one. So now we have a 2 and a 4. And then our opponent is going to do the same thing. They're going to draw 2 and they're going to play 1. And that's all you're going to be doing on your turn is playing 1 and then drawing 1. So they have a 1 and a 2 again. And so they have some options here. So let's go over exactly what's going on the board. Now when you see these numbers right here, that's the number that you want to reach. You want to reach 8. If you get less than 8, that's not too bad, because you're still going to be able to score some points. So for instance, if you were to get like a 4 on one of these spots, you would still score 4 points. So, for instance, if there was a 5, well, it's a terrible example. If there was a 2 here, and there was, the blue guy put a 1 here, he would still score 3 points. The blue one would, because he was the last person to complete it. Think of it kind of like the box game that you used to play when you were a kid, where if you only get the point if you complete the box. So this would gain the blue person 3 points when they put it there. Pretty nice. So let's take another look at it. So let's say they do that. That would earn the blue person 4 points. Let's say if they did this. Oh, that's terrible! So if the blue person got stuck doing this, they would actually get -1 point, because you never want to go over the number. Obviously, the optimal thing would be to score completely and get the 4, because then you would get 6 points, like so. Now, people can be cohabitating, so you can have red and blue on a space, but optimally what you want to do is you want to put 2 of the same color on there. So let's look for the red 4, which is not here. Oh, it's in the bag. Stupid bag. So if we put it right there, then the red is going to score the 6 points for being there, but they're also going to score a 2-point bonus. So that's 8 points for this guy. So obviously the blue would not want that to happen. Everything else is going to give you 2-point bonuses if you have the Monopoly on there and you are able to score the exact number. So for instance, if you could do it right here, like if the blue guy went boom, boom, he would score 10 points instead of just the 8 points. Now the apartment is a 10-pointer, and this never happened in any of our play tests because, you know, you would have to be a fool to let it happen. But if someone is able to successfully get all of the tiles on here, they get the 10 points, plus you get a big 5-point bonus. So that would be worth 15 points for the red person. So you're going to go back and forth. You're going to be scoring various different points. You're going to be keeping track either on paper or in your head, or whoever has the most points. One last thing that I need to mention is that these are, I believe these are mansions or condos or something like that. Whatever number you put here, you're immediately going to gain that many points. So while it is appealing to put a 5 there and just say, boom, I just got 5 points, it also means you're not going to have a 5 to complete all the various different numbers. Now what's going to happen is the more you go and the further you get and the more you play, you're going to have to make tough decisions like, oh, I don't want to play here, but I have to play there. Oh, I hope I draw this tile or that tile. And you're going to continue putting all your pieces on the board, going back and forth until the entire board is filled up, at which point you should know how many points you have, and whoever has the most points is going to be the winner of Housing Crisis. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played.
Alrighty then, Housing Crisis from Rack and Pion Games. One of my final thoughts. Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, the game's not going to be for everybody because it is a micro game, which, I mean, if you're not in the market for a micro game, you're not. And that also means that the strategy is going to be minimal because there's so few components. Now, there is some strategy here. There is definitely more than you'll see in other typical micro games, but take that for what you will. Also, you know, when I think of a micro game, I think small, compact, portable. You know, this is kind of big for a micro game. I can't just well, I probably could slide it in my pocket because I wear cargo pants all the time. But this is going to be, it's not going to be as compact as I would like my micro games to normally be. Also, it's only 2 players, so if you plan on playing with more people, well, too bad. You can't do it. Last but not least, I think it was kind of wasted. I kind of hope that maybe it's a stretch goal or something, that they, you know, make another alternate map on the back or something like that. I don't know exactly what they would do, but it just feels like this is kind of a wasted space and they could put something there. Maybe even the rules. Why not put the rules on the back of that? That'd be nice, make it nice and compact. Moving on to the pros, though, I really did enjoy this game, you know, and you have to judge these games based on micro games. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast, and I like this micro game for a couple different reasons. First and foremost, it's built from the ground up to be 2 players, and a lot of them are not. Like, you get Love Letter, you get Lost Legacy, Too Many Cinderellas. Those are games that I like an awful lot, but most of them play really crummy at 2 players. In particular, Love Letter is terrible 2 players. Too Many Cinderellas, I do like two players, but this one is built from the ground up 2 players, and I like that. I think it's a good, you know, a good restaurant kind of game. You just bust it out, you got minimal components. I like that quite a bit. Also, I like the amount of strategy here. I mean, there really is. Even if other people are getting good draws, if you play smartly at the beginning of the game, I really think it can mitigate the luck, the randomness of this game, which is, you know, you're drawing something blindly, so luck can definitely play a role in the game. Last but not least, the rule booklet is really, really well done. And this is not something I normally focus on, but I love the fact they have an entire example game. From here to there is just an example game that will make everything crystal clear for you. I like that an awful lot. I hope that stays in the final rule booklet because it is very, very helpful. Overall, Housing Crisis, if you're looking for a micro game, a 2-player game, definitely check this one out. I think it is worth a look-see. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Also, if this looks like it might be your cup of tea, click on the Kickstarter link below. And last but not least, post in the comments below PlayStation, Xbox, or Wii. If you play video games. I personally am an Xbox fan, but that's just because I've been with them for 8 years and I don't want to break up. I'm stuck in this relationship. I want to play The Last of Us, but I can't. Completely off topic. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for Housing Crisis. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.